Hey, guys. Today I want to talk about getting pets during the holidays. Because here's what I don't understand. People will run out, adopt pets for Christmas, Valentine's Day, and birthdays, and whatever holiday, Easter. They want to go get a bunny. And then as soon as the holiday is over and the reality of the responsibility of this pet sets in, then poor pet, puppy, bunny, kitty, whatever, gets quickly forgotten and gets quickly neglected. So here's a quick reminder. Guys, don't go out and get pets for the holidays. If you want something cute and squishy that's going to stay cute and squishy year round, that you don't have to be responsible for, that you don't have to get food for and bedding for, and you don't have to take care of, and it won't crap on your floor, then here's an idea. See Mr. Squiddy back there on my wall? Mr. Squiddy. Love the shit out of Mr. Squiddy. Don't have to do anything other than walk by and pet him once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me tell you something. Everybody wants to go out and get a cute little fish. Well, guess what? I've got a cute little fish here. Hello, David. I'm sorry, this is Christmas. Hello, Christmas. Christmas is my beautiful betta fish that is quite the handful and quite the responsibility. And I tell you what, I've had people tell me that I'm a goddamn genius when it comes to betta fish, because I've now had him for over a year. And supposedly their lifespan is only 6 to 8 months. Well, I got him not this Christmas, but I got him before last Christmas, and that's why he's got his name, Christmas. I actually got him around, I think, about a week after Thanksgiving last year. So, and here we are, what, mid-February of this year. So I've had him for a while. So as you can tell, I have no problem taking care of my pets. Now, with that said, last year, my awesome daughter, my oldest, got me a bunny for Valentine's Day. And we still have him. He's been with us now, yesterday made a year. And let me tell you something. He is a joy to have. But he also comes with responsibilities. Cleaning his cage, making sure he's got fresh drinkable water, making sure that he's got hay, making sure that his little nails are clipped, making sure that he gets out and gets exercised every day, which he runs around my bedroom. I have one of those beds that's up off the ground, and it has a wooden frame underneath it, and so he loves it. To him, it's like the bunny hole of all bunny holes. And I mean, we have a California king, so underneath the bed is where he loves to be. And so we lift that up every 3 months, and we vacuum the hair and stuff from under there. He's well potty trained, so we don't have to worry about that. However, my son does take the adventure of going under the bed twice a week just to make sure that he doesn't have accidents. And so far in a year's time, he has not had any accidents. He goes on over to his cage and he does his business. But he does love attention. We let him out, or I let him out, anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. He runs around my bedroom. I'll open the bedroom door. He runs up the hallway and he hangs out between the front room and the bedroom. So he does, I don't keep him caged. I've never believed in keeping animals caged. And that's another thing. If you're going to get a pet that requires being in a cage, like a hamster, a gerbil, mice, snakes, whatever, make sure that those animals are handled. Make sure they get the attention. They need at least 3 hours of attention a day. And it doesn't have to be you sitting there holding them for 3 hours. You can pass by and pet them. Pet them for 2 minutes. Go off, come back, pet them for 2 minutes. But they need a total of 3 hours worth of attention a day. So that's just something to consider. Now, if you have animals that require being caged at night but are out during the day, they still need attention too. But at least they have the freedom of roaming and stretching their legs and whatever. Now, I have indoor-outdoor cats. One used to be a feral cat, and I had no choice but to take in this cat. It's like I ended up with a cat, and then I ended up with 2 more. Now, the one cat we got from PetSmart, I want to say about 4.5 years ago now. He is absolutely awesome. Has not a care in the world. He is an asshole from sun up to sundown. But he is also the sweetest, most loving cat you ever want to have. Animals require care, guys. They're not just something that you can get for a birthday, get for a holiday, get for the moment. Okay? They require care. And unlike kids, you cannot get a baby something and then when it's grown, kick it out. It doesn't work like that. Unlike with our kids, we get baby kids and then when they get grown, we kick them out. Well, it doesn't work like that with pets. When you get pets, the older they get, the more care they require. They don't become more independent. They become more dependent. So that's something to think about. You know, I mean, these shelters and SPCA and these no-kill shelters and high-kill shelters, they're all so full. They're over full. And so if you're going to adopt, guys, don't go pet shopping. Don't go to these backyard breeders who are making a quick buck off of overbreeding their poor female dogs, okay? Don't do it, you know? I mean, if you care anything about animals, don't ever buy from a backyard breeder. It's so much easier to save a life than cause a life. So, and anything that you get, now we got, my bunny came, I want to say the SPCA, but I may be saying the wrong initials. But the bunny and the bunny and the one cat, which is Vester, my black and white cat, came from the same shelter. And what happened was my daughter adopted him, and then her son became allergic to him. So I ended up with him because we weren't going to send him back no matter what. And so now he lives with me, and he is just a joy. He is so awesome. He's just a snuggler. But Bunny came from a shelter, and that cat came from a shelter, and they were both neutered. So there's no chance of either one of them reproducing, and I'm so happy because I don't have to worry about the cat spraying or the bunny spraying or the testosterone-driven male bullshit that goes on with these pets. And I tell you what, if you've got males, then you definitely want to get them neutered so they're not, especially cats, because cats will spray. And by spray, I mean they will piss and it will come out like a damn aerosol spray. And it will go on your walls, it will go on your mattress, it will go on. I've been through this, and never again. Never again. And I tell you what, I had to throw the mattress out. I had to bleach down the walls. It was nasty. So anyway, you want to get those males neutered. And you want to get your females spayed because you don't want them wandering off when they go in the heat. So think really hard about adopting a pet. And like I said, my one beautiful, she's on the couch over there looking at me. She was a feral cat who found her way into my backyard, and she was there for a good total of about 3 years as it took me to gain her trust. And what I would do is I would go out there with food, And I would just talk to her, and I would sit there, and over time she would come up to me, and she finally would let me start petting her, and she finally climbed in my lap. And well, a couple of years back, we got a very bad weather notice coming through where they said we had to bring in the pets and the plants. And I'm thinking, I don't know how this cat will react. I mean, she's been feral, she's been outside, she's been wild. The whole 3 years she's been in my backyard, and I don't know where she came from. She just showed up. But I had put the year before in the shed, I had put a cage out there, and a big dog cage, and I took the door off of it, and I put blankets in there, and I put a heater, an actual room heater in my metal shed, and I took the door off of the cage, and I propped wide open the shed doors, and I put this heater in there, and I aimed it at the cage, and I put the food and water in there so that she could be warm in there. And she would go in there because that's where the food and water was. And she would go in there, and she was okay. And we got the following year, we had a real bad weather warning, severe weather warning, where it was going to be like -10 or -12. And so the news kept saying, bring in your pets, bring in your pets, bring in your pets. And I was like, oh my God, I can't leave her out there. I don't know if she would survive it, even in the shed, even with the heater, even with the cage, even with the blankets, even with all the humanly possible efforts I made to help her be warm and survive the harsh winter months. With it being below zero, I was so scared for her. So basically what I did was I walked out there, and I put on like 3 layers of clothes as far as long sleeves and a coat, and had on 2 layers of gloves, and I tried to protect my face because I didn't know if she was just going to go ballistic and try to scratch and claw and bite and fight. And so I was ready. I went out there, and what I did was I had the food with me like I normally do, and she came right on up to me like she had been doing, and I put the food down, and as soon as I put the food down, she went for it, and I just scooped her up, and I had her like this, and she didn't even care. She just fell into my arms and relaxed, and I ran from the shed to the house, and I brought her in the kitchen, and I put her down, and I gave her more food because the other food got left outside. And she walked around my kitchen, and I took her into the bedroom. And at that point in the bedroom, I set up a litter box and cat food and water bowl. And she stayed in my bedroom at that point for about another 6 months or so. But now she is an awesome house cat, in and out all the time. She leaves, she comes back, she has no problems. She's getting used to people. She's been inside, in and out for the last 2 years now. So that was about 2 years ago. And as far as we can tell, she is spayed. I don't know where she came from. I don't know her history. I'm not sure how old she is. I think she's spayed because I've never seen her pregnant. And she doesn't seem to go into heat, so I don't know. But I tell you what, guys, the whole moral of this video is, look, pets, whether you get a fish or a cat or a dog or a bird or, you know, whatever. If it's a living creature, it requires care, and it requires supplies, it requires attention, and it requires ongoing. And so if you're thinking about a pet, don't make it a present. I mean, when you think present, you shouldn't think in terms of live things, unless it's a plant or flowers. And then sure. But other than that, don't do live don't do live creatures as a gift, you know. I mean, I can't stress enough that something that has a life other than a plant, and even those require care. So, you know, I would care for that as long as you can, and then preserve it. You know, when I do flowers, I will preserve them in the freezer, and then I'll use them in an arts and craft project. But anyway, guys, you know, when you think holidays, don't think pets. And if you think pets, go to the SPCA or any animal shelter. High kill shelters are dying to adopt their pets out. So if that is what your choice is and you decide you want a pet for your family, then, you know, check out the high kill shelters and save a life. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Go look me up. I'm doing all kinds of arts and craft projects. Go check me out on Instagram, because I've started doing small projects over there and giving out great ideas for great projects. So today is February the 15th, and I hope you had a good Valentine's Day. As you know, I did. I was quite emotional for Valentine's Day, so go check out that video. It is 11:59 in my world, so I need to get up from here and think about some lunch. Have a good one, guys.